Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about a specific product that I researched online and got some mixed results. I wanted to try it out myself. It's called Shoe Goo. Um, and I got the red little jar that I thought was little, ended up being gigantic. It's 3.7 fluid ounces, so 109.4 milliliters. So it's a pretty large, hefty bottle of Shoe Goo. It comes in this package here, and it's rather big, bigger than I thought. Regardless, I'm going to be going through trying to repair my Nike Vaporfly 4% with Shoe Goo. Now, I don't really have an extensive amount of wear on these, but you can see here on the heel cup, I've got some of the foam is kind of starting to show, and I want to get that kind of, I don't know, looked at and kind of taken care of with the Shoe Goo as best I can. And you can kind of see it. I'll get a little bit closer to the camera there. You can kind of see it better now, but you get the idea. So I'm basically going to place some of the Shoe Goo on this, and then kind of see what happens after that. Now, the stuff that I did read online, it did give me a couple recommendations of things to try and prepare for this. A couple of things you might want to try and need. I just have an old toothbrush here that I used to clean my shoes. And because you want this because you really want to scrub and get the shoe as clean as possible. I just fill this with water, nothing fancy there. The next thing I got is petroleum jelly. This is a simple little jug of petroleum jelly that I had around. This is mainly for the Shoe Goo opener. I guess the dispenser of it, because once you twist this open, the substance is really sticky, and so what I read is that if you put this around the rim, it'll help prevent it from being too sticky. So, plus there. So you obviously need the Shoe Goo tub here, some water, an old toothbrush, and petroleum jelly. Alright, so I do have some paper towels too that I'm just going to place down over my counter here, just so that water doesn't go everywhere. And all I'm going to do is just scrub a little bit of the dirt and kind of wear off this area. Nothing too fancy there. Because obviously I don't want to scrub the foam away, but I also want to make sure that I'm not putting the Shoe Goo on the dirt so that it won't stick. And so after I put that on, I'm just going to take a paper towel here and just dab it. Just dab, you know, dab. So I'm just dabbing the shoe with a paper towel. I'm just trying to get it as dry as possible. And then while that dries, I'll put that over there and get my next one out here. I'm kind of learning as I go here, so this might be an experiment going wrong, but I think it'll work just fine. And I'm just gonna do this, only this this back heel cup here, heel area, because I do have some wear on the portion here, kind of where that is, but I figure that's not so bad yet. And if the heel works, Shoe Goo works for that, then I will just transition and put some Shoe Goo over there, because I really do like using these Vaporfly 4% for speed days, tempo work, because I've transitioned to using the next percents. These are now kind of my trainers, and they have, I mean, these shoes have over 100 miles on them. I think right now they're sitting at around 120, 130 miles. They've got a full marathon in them, a half marathon, and then lots of training runs mixed in there as well, and a 5K. All right, so next up is the Shoe Goo. We'll let this one dry first and go to the first one here. So let's see, petroleum jelly, because we don't want it to stick to the material that we're placing it on. I think what I'm going to try to do is get a spoon to be my my spreader, so I'm going to get that real quick. Alright, so yeah, I just, one more thing to add to your list of things to get. Just an old plastic spoon that, you know, comes in one of those packages from Chipotle, or you can get them at McDonald's or whatever restaurant you go to. Your to-go containers, just use one of these plastic spoons. You could use gloves too. I just don't really want to get gloves right now, so that's really the only reason. I'm actually gonna flip it around because this is like a spork and it's not really gonna work. So I'm gonna use this side of it and kind of putty it like a knife. So I'm gonna putty the petroleum jelly on this guy here, and just kind of spread it with my finger so that it gets a nice even spread, because I'm going to be using this to spread the compound, and I don't want it to get I don't want the compound to just stick to this completely. Okay, that's good enough. And just use a little paper towel to wipe my hand here. Nothing fancy. Shoe Goo time. Alright, so unscrewing this bad boy. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. Alright, so got the Shoe Goo in hand. Now it looks like if you look at it here, it comes sealed, so I'm going to take, what do I want to do with this actually? I'm just going to use, maybe I can use a spork. Let's see. Let's see how hard this is. Okay, it's pretty hard. The spork's not working, so I'm going to get something else. One second. Yeah, like I said, I'm learning as I go, learning with you guys. So now we're going to take a knife to this, and almost cut myself. This is essentially like super glue from what I was told. So I've got the knife in there, so I don't want the knife anymore. I don't want it to get super glue on it, so I'm going to wipe this off. I just put this on a paper towel, and I'm going to put the knife in the sink in some water. Yep. Okay, knife's been put in some water. I've got the Shoe Goo here, and we're just gonna put it right on the underside of the spoon here. Good amount to start with, just kind of a light amount, I guess, and start spreading it. Ooh, it smells interesting. So we'll just spread a nice amount here on the shoe. This kind of reminds me of super glue. I just put this in the petroleum jelly. Probably didn't want to do that, but it's fine. One day I'll go for the petroleum jelly and my hands will be really sticky. Alright, so now I'm gonna layering it up now. It's getting a nice coat on this. We'll do one more. And they say to let this dry for 24 hours before you use it. So let's see if that is required. Alright, I've got a pretty good coat on there. You can kind of see it's kind of shiny. And I think I'm going to stop there because I don't want to go too far on the first one. I apologize for the background noise. My dog tap-toes around the wood floor and drinks his water. But you can see I've just got a nice coat there. I think that's a good starting point. I'm going to go to the other shoe now. So I'll put this one over on the side. Grab shoe number 2. And do the same thing here. Pick a nice big glob of the Shoe Goo slash super glue, in my opinion, as it just continues to funnel out. Be careful not to squeeze too hard, right? Right, and same thing. Good amounts here. Kind of shave it off on the side so it doesn't bunch up too badly. Hey guys, just wanted to give a real quick update at the end of the video here. I let it dry overnight, so it's been drying for about, well, I don't know, almost 24 hours. I haven't gone on a run with it yet. I do have a 5K tomorrow, but I'm not going to be wearing these shoes. I'm going to be wearing the Next Percents. Try those out for 5K. We'll see what happens. One thing I will say is that the edges here, you can kind of see the glue kind of pushed this edge up and made it a little bit more stiffer than I would have liked. So these edges, these edge pieces, these little flakes, they'll probably come off during the next run, so we'll see what happens. But otherwise, this is a nice first layer. What I'll probably end up doing is after this next run that I do in these, I'll put another layer on based on how how it responds and if it stays on, of course, and then go from there. As I said in the last video, I'm kind of new to this YouTube thing, so I'd appreciate a like and a subscription button would be great, but a like, and I'd also really love to know your comments, questions on this process, and if you guys have tried this with your Vaporflies or your Next Percents, and how many miles are you getting out of these before they turn into looking like mine? Kind of curious. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.